In this video, we are going to find the x and y intercepts of this straight line 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. Before I find the x and y intercepts of the given equation or given line, let me give you an overview of x and y intercepts in the context of straight line or any function, as a matter of fact. So let's consider this straight line. This is the x-intercept and this is the y-intercept. Let's say this point, for simplicity, I will call it 2. This point x-coordinate is 2. Now this point is on the x-axis. So any point on the x-axis does not matter where it is. Its y-coordinate is 0. So that means this point will have y-coordinate 0. So x-coordinate is going to be, the coordinates of the x-intercept is going to be 2, 0. Now similarly for the y-intercept, look, let's call that point 2. That's the y-coordinate. Now y-intercept is going to be on the y-axis. Therefore any point, doesn't matter where it is on the y-axis, the x-coordinate of that point is always going to be 0. So note these two special characteristics of x and y intercepts. For the x-intercept, y-coordinate is always 0. That means in a given equation or in a given function, if you set y is equal to 0 and solve for x, what you are getting is x-intercept. Similarly, to find the y-intercept, you set x is equal to 0 and solve for y. This is a very important piece of information that you should keep in mind. Once again, let me summarize this. X-intercept is going to be anywhere on the x-axis, which means that the y-coordinate, so it doesn't matter if this point were to be somewhere here or here or here or here or here, doesn't matter where it is on the x-axis. All of these points, this, and this, all of them have y-coordinate 0. So the important thing is to note that to find the x-intercept, we always set the y to 0 and solve for x. Similarly, look at the y-intercept, which is this point. It could be anywhere on the y-axis. It could be here, it could be here, 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 here. Doesn't matter where it is, or here. All of these points have x-coordinate 0. Note that. All of these points have x-coordinate 0. So we set the x to 0 and then solve for y to find the y-intercept. Now we are going to do the exact same thing, but for this equation, which is the equation of a straight line. So to find the x-intercept, we are going to set y to 0 in this equation and solve for x. So it's going to be 3x plus 4 times y, but y is being set to 0, is equal to 12, or 3x, this is going to be just 0, is equal to 12, and x is going to be, by the way, 4 if I divide both sides of this equation by 3. So the x-intercept is going to be at 4, 0. Similarly, we find the y-intercept. So if we do that, what we get is this. We are going to set x to 0, so 3 times 0 in this equation, plus 4y is equal to 12. This is just 0, so 4y is equal to 12. Now if I divide both sides by 4, I get y is equal to 3. So the y-intercept is going to be 0, 3. Now please note that to graph a straight line, all we need is two distinct points on the straight line, and the two easiest distinct points for the most part on a straight line are the x-intercepts and the y-intercept. Now we can label those 2 points on the rectangular coordinate system and then connect those 2 points to get the straight line. Now we are going to do that right here. My y-intercept is right here. Let's say this is 0, 3, and my x-intercept is 4, 0. So let's say this is right here, 4, 0. Now I connect these 2 points. Okay, I connect these 2 points to find the straight line that is represented by this given equation. One more piece of information to note here is that as you go from left to right on the graph, you see that the line goes down, which means that the slope of this straight line is going to be negative. And that's another discussion. We have another set of problems about that, and we talk about it there. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.